Let's start the service. They're very quiet. We'll have to shake them out of that. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. That's what we'd like to hear. Welcome to University Synagogue. We're delighted you're here with us this afternoon for an afternoon where we can have Ali be our guide for prayer, for our souls, for our spirits. So we invite you to open up our book to page 172. It's called Mishkan Tfilah. You'll note it's the first prayer book ever that has Hebrew and transliteration, so you can follow us along if you're not Hebrew experts. If you are, we expect you to sing loudly and clearly, to read English loudly so Ali can hear you, because she wants to know there's a congregation out here supporting her. And we'd love for you to join us with your own thoughts and your own prayer throughout our afternoon. We begin on 172 with words that were first enunciated in the Bible by a non-Jewish seer hired to curse the Jewish people, who instead, his words were changed to words of blessing. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. We're in our dwelling place of prayer. We hope you'll have a lovely afternoon with us as Ali becomes bat mitzvah. Friends, would you join me, please, as we turn back to page one? No, we don't clap during our service. Thank you very much. This is not performance art, friends. It's a congregation and cantor and rabbi and dialogue. And in that case, we enjoy and we participate and we feel good in here. 170, please.
We're going to be singing actually almost all of our prayers will be sung today.
That's
So
absolutely
even
right.
if you don't know the words, please feel free to join us. You can sing on La La La, and it's all good because God will understand.
170, we're going to invite Ali Abemayor, bat mitzvah this Shabbat, Ariella Chana bat Eliyahu Valeah, to come forward and lead us.
May my life be one link in a chain of goodness. As I say the prayers of my ancestors, help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering, which are in every word. Holiness is my heritage, may I be worthy of it. May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations I shall never know, enriched by the truth that I have found and the good deeds I have done. So may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayer has ceased, help me to bring the Spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbor as myself and be a living witness to the truth that never changes.
It's our privilege to invite forward Mom and Dad. Okay, Ali.
Bless Adonai, O my soul, Adonai my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzi.
Amen.
Amen. I'm going to kiss. Okay, go be seated. Thank you. We're going to turn, friends, to page 228. Ali's going to lead us. We invite all who are able to please rise as we begin our tefillah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak
Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei, Geula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham. 2:30.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mehayeh HaKol Atah, Rav Lehoshia,
Morid Hatah, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayeh Emunato Lishenei Afar. Mi kamocha bal gevurot umidom elah melech memit umechayeh umatzliach Yeshua.
Ne'emana tal ha'hayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai mehayeh hakol.
On 2:32.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירינו אדוני אדונינו, מדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני במקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם. אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Friends, you may be seated as we turn to 235.
For the good in us which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we give praise. For the peace in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For the gift of Shabbat, which renews us for life, we offer blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat on 237.
On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer to life, to peace, to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, within our study of Torah.
Please join us, friends, Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer in life, in peace, and in joy. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. We're going to turn, friends, to 238 as we invite Elliot and Nina to lead us.
We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O God, O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you.
For the gift of our souls, for the promise of our lives, for all we are and all we might yet become, for the creative seeds sown within our minds, whose nurturing can yield a grand harvest. For all these gifts, we thank you, O God, and pray that we prove ourselves worthy. May our
lives be ripe with the fruit of compassion, sweetly sustaining those in need. May we use our gifts wisely and with love, true messengers of blessing to the world. Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha, u'lecha na'eh lahodot. 240.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lechol Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam B'chol b'hinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael B'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam
Friends, let's enter into our own moments of private and silent prayer. The pages that follow are the words, of course, that are found within your own heart.
lefanecha, Adonai tzuri, v'goali yiyu leratzon. Oseh shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom. Alinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. Yehiyu leratzon imreifi, v'hegyon mevi lefanecha, Adonai tzuri, v'goali yehiyu leratzon.
So sometimes we place at the center those items which are most important to us. And you'll see later when I hold the Torah up that we're almost dead center in the Torah, in the scroll that would reach, if we undid the whole scroll, it would reach from the table here all the way to the back of the Klein Hall. So it's something very important that's central. And it's the roles of the priests in ancient days and the roles of the people that were involved in relating to the priests. Well, we don't have priests in the Jewish community anymore today. We may have rabbis and teachers, and within the wider community we have counselors and therapists. We even have otolaryngologists who are possibly among us here this afternoon. But today we're going to learn from Alessandra about this portion and what its meaning is for today. Right now, it's a privilege to invite forward all her classmates, all her female classmates from her religious school class to come and open the Holy Ark. We're going to invite everyone to please rise, and we're going to invite grandparents Dee and Stanley to come here and join me right here as we pass the Torah from one generation to another. Allie?
Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam oimid. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha
Do that one more time.
devarim, ha'olam oimid. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Allie, I'm about to pass the Torah through the generations of your family. And at such a moment, we know how important it is. And Charles, I'm going to have to tell you to go on the other side of your sister because it's not your bar mitzvah yet. You'll wait just a little bit, and then we'll have the Torah passed into your hands too. But at such a moment, as we pass through your grandparents' hands, we think as well of your grandparents, Lena and Maurice, whose presence is felt strongly here today. And we know, Allie, that you'll understand the meaning of this moment when one day you'll be able to stand here on this side of the bima and pass the Torah on to your children and your grandchildren. Hold it carefully. Pass it.
Torah la'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Blessed is God who in holiness gave the Torah to the people of Israel.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Magnify the eternal one with me. Together, let us exalt God's name.
Lecha
Down.
Adonai
Okay, follow me.
hagedura,
Thank you. Everybody follow me.
והתפארת, והנצח וההוד.
Slow and careful.
כי רוב השמיים ובארץ, כי רוב השמיים ובארץ, לך אדוני הממלכה, והמתנשא לכל ראש. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי
Someone's coming up
קדוש
later.
אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו.
Okay, right up to cancer.
רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו
Just sit here for now,
רוממו.
okay? Thank you.
כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו.
May be seated, friends. Okay, let's get the cover off. And put your text down here. And ready, set, go.
In my Torah portion, Aharemot, the Israelites start off wandering in the desert. Moses' brother Aaron is in charge of the sacrifices for the community. Whenever a sacrifice was made, the person was saying, "I'm sorry," in the easiest way possible back in those days. Sometimes, sacrifices aren't always about the tiny things. They can be about the bigger things. For the past few months, I've been sacrificing Precious Wednesdays in order to prepare for my bat mitzvah today. Usually, I get home late and have to start homework shortly after. This year, I started middle school, and I have a lot more homework than last year. When I go to University Synagogue on Wednesdays, even though I have tons of other work to do, I know it's still worth it because it will make my bat mitzvah 100 times easier. I also know that the cantor is sacrificing her time, working with many students on a daily basis. I'm sure she feels that her sacrifice is worth it too. My bat mitzvah project, supporting Camp Del Corazon, required a lot of time and sacrifice. Camp Del Corazon is a camp for kids with heart disease located at the same site as my sleepaway camp on Catalina Island. It's an amazing place where kids with heart disease can spend a week at a real summer camp doing all the activities that healthy kids can do. I sacrificed a lot of time over the past 12 months in support of this camp, making and selling keychains and designing t-shirts during lunch periods and weekends. Every time I did something for the camp, it gave me a lot of happiness because more and more kids from school joined to help. Even a few teachers and neighbors helped. When I saw photos of last summer's campers and the shirts we made for them, sacrificing all of that time didn't seem so bad. It actually seemed really good. It's always good to give up time for a great cause. Tonight I've set up a table with hats for y'all to decorate and will bring them myself to CDC. It'll make kids happy to receive cool hats and a bit of shade this summer. If it's for a good cause, give up some of your time and it'll be worth it in the end. Just wait and see.
We have a number of honors to extend this afternoon. First among them, we invite forward our grandparents, Dee and Stanley. Yamdu Dvora bat Shmuel v'Chana v'Zisr ben Yehuda u'Fanina.
Got it right there. Okay, good. Okay. Baruch es Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Habarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher bocha bonu mikol ha'amim, v'nosan lanu es toroso. Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe aharei mot shnei bnei Aharon bekarvatam lifnei Adonai vayamutu vayomer Adonai el Moshe daber el Aharon achicha ve'al yavo v'ho'et el hakodesh מבית לפרוכת על פני הכפורת אשר אל הארון ולא ימות כי בענן אראה על הכפורת בסוף יבוא אהרון אל הקודש בפר בן בקר להצת ואיל לעולם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher nosan lanu Torah semes v'chayei olam nota b'sochenu Baruch atah Adonai nosein haTorah.
Amen. For our second aliyah, we invite forward Pamela Burkowski and Adam Shapiro. Yamdu Pnina bat Pesach v'chesha v'adam ben Zissel udvora.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Ketonet bat kodesh yobash u'mitnaseh vad. Yehiyu al b'sarav u've'anet bat yachor u'mitnafet bat yitznaf bigdei kodesh hem v'rahatz b'mayim at b'sarav u've'sham u'me'ed adot b'nei Yisrael yikach shnei seirei isim lahartat ve'ayo ehad le'olah yikriv Aharon et par hahatat asher lo v'hiper ba'ado uve'ad beito.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah demet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For our next aliyah, we invite forward Vivian Murray and Elliot Abemayor. Yamdu Chava bat Moshe v'Leah v'Eliyahu ben Moshe v'Leah.
Baruch Adonai Barach.
Baruch Adonai Barach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Velakach et shnei ha'seirim ve'ha'emid otam lifnei Adonai petach o'hamoed ve'natan Aharon al shnei ha'seirim goral echad l'Adonai ve'goral echad la'azazel v'hikriv Aharon et seir asher alav hagoral Adonai ve'asahu hatat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For our fourth aliyah, we invite forward Zara and Benjamin Shapiro. Yamdu Sarabat Pesach Ufnina Ufesach ben Adam Ufnina.
Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'hasair asher ala alav hagora le'azazel. Ya'amad chai lifnei Adonai lehaper alav leshalach oto la'azazel hamidbara. V'hi kriva Haron et par hahatat asher lo v'hi per ba'ado u'be'ad beito v'shahat et par hahatat asher lo v'lakach melo hachmata kahale esh me'al hamizbeh milifnei Adonai u'melo hafnaf ketoret samim takach v'hevi mibeit laparohet.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. We next invite forward Sheila Shapiro, Larry Shapiro, Carrie, and Michael Mandel. Yamdu, Shendel Sara bat Yitzchak, Ushmor Le ben Yehuda Ufanina, Moshe ben Shmur v'Chana bat Dina. Who's your first word? Ready, set, go. Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'natan Aharon et haktoret al ha'esh lifnei Adonai v'hisa anan hakitoret et hakaporet asher al heidu v'lo yamut v'lakach midam hapar v'hisa v'yitzba'o al panei hakaporet kidma v'lifnei hakaporet Yaseh Sheva Pe'amim Min Hadam Be'etzba'o V'shahat Et Se'ir Hahatat Asher La'am V'hevi Et Damo Ami Be'et La'parohet V'asa Et Damo La'asher Asa L'dam Hapar V'hisa Oto Al Hakaporet V'lifnei Hakaporet.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For our sixth Aliyah, we invite forward Shelley and Albert Cohen, Judy and Eli Abemayor. Yamdu Shulamit Bat Sheva, Varham ben Menachem, Yehudit bat Chaim Rivka, Eliyahu ben Michael.
Baruch Adonai Habarach.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'hiper al hakodesh mitumot b'nei Yisrael yikach shenei mipishayhem leho hatotam v'hein yaseh le'ohel moed asher hein itam v'toch tum otam. v'hol adam lo yihye be'ohel moed b'vo'o v'haper ba'kodesh ad zeito v'hiper ba'ado uve'ad beito uve'ad kol kehal Yisrael v'yatsa el hamizbeah asher lifnei Adonai v'hiper alav v'leka midam hapar umidam hasair v'natan al karnot hamizbeah saviv.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. And now it's time for Mom and Dad. So Nina and Elliot, as you come forward, Yamdu Leah bat Zisel Udvora v'Eliyahu ben Moshe v'Leah.
He really wants to be bar mitzvah.
She wants him to do it really fast.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'hayit Elohem lehu kol olam b'hodesh hashvi'i be'asur lahodesh te'anu et nashotehem v'hol melaha lo ta'asu ha'ezra v'hager hagar batohahem ki vayom hazeh yihaper lehem l'taher etem mikol hatozehem lifnei Adonai titaharu Shabbaton hi lahem ve'initem et nashotehem ukat olam.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. He's fine. Stay here. Come here. Yes, stand here. Good.
Ta'amod, 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 Ariel Chana bat Eliyahu v'Leah bat HaMitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai HaBarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'hiper hakohen asher yimshach oto ve'asher yimalei et yad. V'hiper hakohen. Wait, that's not it. Yeah, it's right here. V'hiper hakohen asher yimshach oto ve'asher yimalei et yado l'hahen tahat aviv ve'lavash et bigdei habad bigdei hakodesh v'hiper et mikdash hakodesh ve'et ohel moed ve'et mizbeah yihaper ve'al hakohanim ve'al kolam hakahal yihaper V'haytazot lahem lehukat olam lehaper al b'nei Yisrael mikol hatotam ahad bashana ve'ayas ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe. Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'hayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. I'm going to invite everyone to please rise. For this is the Torah which Moses read before the Jewish people to fulfill the word of God.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Hold this.
Lai 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 lai
Go sit down,
lai
Charles. Sit. One hand under, one hand over, and don't go anywhere till I come back, promise? Torah's in good hands. You may be seated. Okay, ready? Take a drink of some water. Drink of water. Do you want a drink of water? Yeah, just come right here. Okay, all right, I said go.
It's good to sacrifice the right amount of time, not too much and not too little as a leader. Like Goldilocks, you have to find the balance that's just right. That allows you to help others while not sacrificing all of your time. In my Haftarah portion, the leader of Israel is responsible for sacrificing grains, drinks, and animals as offerings to God on behalf of the community. Similarly, we act as leaders when we do something we want to help people to be happy, even if it means sacrificing our time. But the leader of Israel doesn't sacrifice everything he or she has, because then they would be left with nothing. In this same way, we as leaders should sacrifice our time, but not too much, to help others we care about. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nbiim tovim v'ratzah b'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah u'v'Moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
Kol ha'am ha'aretz yihiu el ha'truma hazot lanasi b'Yisrael ve'al hanasi yihyeh ha'olah haminha ha'neseh b'hagim u'b'hadashim u'b'shabbatot ve'hol moadei beit Yisrael u'yaseh et ha'hatat ve'et haminha ve'et ha'olah ve'et ha'shlamim ve'haper be'ad beit Yisrael ko amar Adonai Elohim barishon be'ehad lachodesh tikach karban bakar tamim ve'hiteta et hamikdash ve'lakach hakohen midam hahatat ve'natan al mezuzat habayit ve'el arba pinot ha'azara lamizbeach ve'al mezuzat shar ha'hatzer ha'pnimim ve'hein ta'aseh b'shivat v'hodesh me'ish shogen u'mipetzi ve'hipartem et habayit barishon ve'arba'ah asar yom lahodesh yihyeh lahem ha'pasach ha'ag shivuat yamim masot ye'ahel ve'asa hanasi b'yom hahu ba'ado uve'ad ko'am ha'aretz par hatat ve'shivat yamei ha'hag ya'aseh olah l'Adonai shivat parim ve'shivat elim tamimim layom shivat hayamim ve'hitetat se'ir isim layom minha efala par ve'efala ayo yaseh ve'shemen hin la'efa v'shavi'i ve'hamsha asar yom lahodesh Behag Ya'aseh Ha'elah Shivat Hayamim Kahatat Ka'olah Behamin Shah Behashamen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tzur kol haolamim Tzadik beho hadarot Ha'el ha'ne'eman Ha'omer ve'osei Ha'medaber u'mekayem Shehu devara emet v'tzedek Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'nevi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh Shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu V'kedusha v'limenuha lehavot v'tifaret Al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu modim la Mefarim otam Yidvarach shemha B'fi kol hai Tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Baruch Shemo.
Mekadesh HaShabbat
Amen.
Friends, if you look in the service pamphlet, you'll see there's a prayer that we want to include in our services at this time. It's our prayer for healing. We think of those who are in need of healing, whether in terms of their body or their soul. We ally ourselves with them during our prayer. We mention their names out loud so that we can gain strength from one another as we pray for the welfare of all within our community. If you know of someone who is ill, please feel comfortable in mentioning his or her name at this time. Carol Brook, Annie Pizzuto, Muriel Scheuket. We hold all their names in our hearts, friends, as we turn now to our Misha Berach prayer for healing.
Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah Hu Yevarech veYirapeh et HaCholim Elna Refana Elna Refana Elna Refana Elna Refana Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak veYaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel veLeah Hu Yevarech veYirapeh et HaCholim.
Now, though I know Charles would be happy holding the Torah for the next 3 or 4 hours, we're actually going to put the Torah into the Ark and hear Allie's personal prayer to God. And we invite to open the Holy Ark Sally Ramberg and Mabel Lowe. We invite all who are able to please rise. Go to the Ark.
Hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amor tehila lechol chasidav livnei Yisrael am kerovo
You are peace, and you try to bring peace to the world. It's our job to help bring peace, first in our neighborhoods and then in our community. You are our rescuer, caring for people and animals. You are the awesome one who made our world, so we try to be awesome like you by doing Mitzvah, doing good for others. You are the rock, very strong, and teach us about a cycle of nature that never ends. El is your short name, not complex, which tells us that sometimes a simple way is best. As I have grown up, I continue to develop a deeper understanding of my role and responsibilities in the Jewish community. My Judaism stems from deep roots in Egypt, Israel, and the Mediterranean on my father's side, and from Eastern Europe from my mother's family. The combination of these powerful backgrounds shows how extensive yet cohesive the Jewish world can be. I have enjoyed all of my involvement at University Synagogue. Since I joined the community when I was 5 years old, the teachers, clergy, and classmates have always been so warm and welcoming. From day one, it felt like a home away from home. Being a part of Hashurim, going on retreats, participating in big Sundays, and walks to end genocide have added to my connection with this amazing community. I plan to continue my Jewish education both at University Synagogue and beyond. Being a Jew does not end at one's bat mitzvah. It is simply the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one. I thank God for my parents. My mom takes care of us when we're healthy or sick and seems to always have a good solution to me and my brother's problems. Well, except maybe math problems. When she's not taking care of us, she's busy taking care of sick children, which I know is a hard thing to do. My dad is loving, kind, and caring. He's always at our side through good times and bad. I know he also does some pretty amazing surgeries in his spare time as well. Charles came along when I was about 4. Until he was 2, I actually thought he was pretty cute. Now we have our little Tiffs, but he's the biggest little Star Wars fan I know. My mother's parents, who are here with me today, are amazing. I love their trips to Los Angeles. Who else has a cool enough grandpa to dress like a clown on Halloween, while Grandma, who flies across the country to every event that she can. I love our trips to New York to see them, watching my grandma paint in her studio, or hearing my grandpa play 3 kinds of saxophones and several clarinets too. My dad's parents are no longer with us. My grandpa Maurice passed away just weeks after I was born, but he knew that his son became a dad, and he smiled on the day I was born. I remember my grandma Lena. I remember her singing in French to me, and even though she was only 4'11", I remember thinking she was really, really tall. I know they would both be smiling today, and I think that they are. And I thank you all for being here, coming from Calabasas to Coney Island and everywhere in between. Rabbi Feinstein has always been a great teacher to me. He makes everything at University Synagogue both meaningful and fun. Getting to know Cantor Shapiro this year has been great. Her gentle nature, nurturing way, and support in my preparation leading up to today and beyond have been unforgettable. When I'm with Cantor Shapiro, somehow it seems like everything will be okay. From our first meeting, she told me that it's impossible to mess up during my bat mitzvah. I'll have to believe her, and so far so good. I also want to thank all of my teachers, both at Hebrew school and regular school, for helping me survive the roller coaster of school. From bat mitzvah prep to ISCE prep to black belt test pointers to just being there, my teachers and senseis have been extremely helpful in teaching me everything from my times tables to the Hebrew alphabet to a spinning back kick to Pachelbel's canon. There are many ways I'd like to continue my Jewish education and responsibilities. I've always been dedicated to helping others who are less fortunate than me. Camp Del Corazon is a camp on Catalina Island for children with severe heart disease. I've been involved with supporting these kids by raising money, making over 100 personalized t-shirts, and educating others about this amazing place. I plan to continue my work for the camp both tonight and in the future. As part of my Jewish education, I also hope to one day travel to Israel to learn more about my roots across the world and to support children of Israel with chronic illnesses. All kids should have the opportunity to enjoy the outdoors, to play, and to just be kids, even if they have chronic illnesses, no money, or are living in unsettled times. Some things that you should keep in mind. Keep looking out at the world. See the beauty and enjoy it. And remember, all of us should be able to enjoy the beauty of the world no matter what. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehehianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Right.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has kept us in life, sustained us, and brought us to the sacred moment. Amen.
Amen.
Ali, on this day, the doctrine of Torah has been passed into your hands. We know that you will never spurn or forsake it. For the Torah is a tree of life to all who hold it fast, and all who embrace it can indeed find happiness. Its ways are pleasant ways, and the paths of Torah, if only we were to follow the words in our scroll, they could lead us all to peace.
כי לכך טוב נתתי לכם, תורתי אל תעזובו. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך עיני שובו חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו כקדם.
Well, Alessandra, you've become a bat mitzvah. How exciting is that? Pretty amazing. We're very proud of you today. You've chanted so beautifully and led the service with such dignity, and we're so happy to be here with you and your family. You know, the portion that you read is not necessarily one that you would have chosen because it isn't one of those great biblical narratives of Abraham or Moses, but it is a story that you learned from a great deal. And in some ways, the stories that you learned today and in preparation for this day are in some ways a great lesson for the future, and that's a really important thing. And I know that all the kids at Camp Del Corazon are going to benefit from you because you used one of the words from your Torah portion in helping them. The word is yado. You didn't tighten your hand when you were thinking about those kids. Your hand today was open and outstretched. It was about a year ago that I looked at one of the sources of American Judaism and great messages of modern journalism, the Palestinian Post. And in it was this quote from a girl named Alessandra Abemayor, who says, "We are all connected, all related, so we should treat each other with love and respect and smiles. Even if you are strangers, you can still offer a smile." So I've saved that message for a long time, Allie, because that's how you showed your outstretched hand. But that hand comes from you to others. There are other places, though, where your Torah portion goes. And you hinted at that when you talked about the wider community from which you come. So first we start with you and your hand and reaching out, but then we talk about Am HaKahal, a very unusual phrase that rarely appears in the Torah, and it says the people and the congregation. Let's talk about the congregation first. That's your network. You're looking at your network right here. This is your kahal. This is a group of people that, as you sang last night with everybody in our family service, it's a Kehillah Kadosha. It's the holy congregation. It's the part that you make in it. Because everybody in this community is important to us. And we try to make our community a very, very welcoming place. So that we extend our hands and our arms around people. And we keep our sukkah open so that the door is always extended to everyone who comes. And the chuppah that stands over a couple when they marry is open on all sides so that, again, we can be as welcoming as possible. And you've been that way within your own family as well, because you've welcomed the different traditions from where your parents come from. And you understand that each brings to the family a unique story, and that's part of your story within this community, this kahal. But it also means that you have a responsibility to take care of your kahal. Now that you're a bat mitzvah, it's not just for anybody else to do. It's actually part of your responsibility to make sure that this place thrives and that other kids who are going to come here when they're 5 years old have a place to be welcomed and a place to feel at home and a place to learn, even a place to beat up on our drums, because we have such exciting things happening here. But the third thing I want to talk to you about is Am. It's sometimes hard to understand that we have a connection to Jews around the world, that we have a sense of peoplehood. It was said best by Golda Meir many, many years ago. Before she was prime minister, she was the ambassador of Israel to the Soviet Union. And she said then that when a Jew in Russia stubs his toe, the Jew in America says, ouch. What was she trying to say? that we as Jews feel the connection to other people wherever they may be, that we feel the pulse of what happens to Jews around the world, that we take pride that just 1 month ago, 17 Jews from Yemen who were not free and were not able to observe Judaism freely in Yemen were airlifted in secret through Yemen between Israel's Jewish Agency and the United States State Department, brought to Israel to finally be in freedom, and brought a scroll of the Torah with them. That's a connection to peoplehood, that we care about our people wherever they are, but our sense of peoplehood goes beyond that too, because we want to make sure that the world is a better place, not just for our people, but for all people. And because you have such a vast background from where your families come from, you understand that Judaism has been part of this world wherever we have been, whether it's Egypt or Eastern Europe. And so, Ali, on this day, always remember Yado. Extend your hand openly, not just to the kids at Camp Del Corazon, but to everyone whose lives you touch. And secondly, be part of this kahal, this holy congregation. Make your mark in it and continue to help it thrive. And finally, remember that you are part of a very noble people that goes back a very long time. And we hope that you will do your share to keep our people here for many, many, many generations yet to come. Ali, it's a great privilege to be here with you. You know that your mother took good care of my daughter and your friend Renata many years ago. And you know that my son, Aaron, studies with your parents on how to do the right thing deep within those ears, noses, and throats, okay? So as he is a budding ENT himself, we have a moment today to say thank you to Mom and Dad for what they do, keeping an eye on my son as he grows to be a doctor too. So, Ali, it's my privilege now to invite Cantor Shapiro forward. We're going to offer God's blessing upon you, and I invite all who are able to please rise. Okay. May Adonai bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May the light of Adonai come down upon you and be gracious to you. May Adonai, from whom we are so richly blessed, grant us all the choicest of all blessing, and upon you, Ali, the blessing of peace. You may be seated. You're never sitting down. Ever, ever, ever. Ali, on behalf of the Jewish Federation and as president of the Board of Rabbis of Southern California, it's my privilege to give you this wonderful book about Israel so that when you do have that trip, you'll have the opportunity to learn more because you've studied along the way and know what you're going to be facing. Right now, it's my privilege to invite forward the president of our temple, Donna Shapiro, to present you with your certificates of Bat Mitzvah, followed by your mom and dad, who I know have some special words for you today. Thanks, Don.
Alessandra, on behalf of University Synagogue, its officers and trustees, I'm delighted to present you with this certificate of your becoming Bat Mitzvah, right there. congregation is very proud of you today, and I'm happy to represent the members of the Board of Trustees and all of our synagogue community. We hope that there will be many years of synagogue involvement and study ahead for you, as you mentioned in your beautiful prayer, and that you will continue to learn and grow in your Jewish commitment in our Tichon program on Tuesday nights, join the Madrichim in our religious school, and have fun in our youth group Unity. I am also honored to give you a $250 gift certificate towards a trip to Israel from the North American Federation of Temple Youth. May you travel to Israel and connect with the birthplace of Hebrew and the home of the prophets. May you go and see the beauty and excitement that the land and state of Israel have to offer. From praying at the Western Wall to hiking in the Golan Heights, from floating in the Dead Sea to climbing Masada. May you return with a new understanding of your commitment to your people, your faith, and the land of Israel. And just a personal note, I hope your Bat Mitzvah day will remain in your heart as a warm and beautiful memory for all of your life. This is just the beginning of your adult Jewish journey. Mazel tov, and mazel tov to your family.
My dear Alessandra, my Renaissance girl, my tireless hiking buddy, I'm so proud of all of your work that led you to today. You have done an amazing job, kept up with your schoolwork, sports, music, and friends, and have never once lost sight of the importance of being a bat mitzvah. As you've said, today starts a new chapter, but it doesn't close the book. I remember when you first started to read the English version of your Torah portion. While some of the topics are a challenge to say the least, especially in English, the meaning of today's portion of sacrifice, or perhaps a better word could be giving, really rings true to who you are, what you've done, and what you will give to this world. Many know you as a ninja girl, having earned your black belt in karate and having portrayed the first female samurai in your study of ancient civilizations. But some may not know that you are the most caring, supportive ninja girl there is. While at karate, you have had the chance to senpai, or act as the assistant teacher. During these times, you shine as a support for the youngest students. Even during your own classes, you seek out the underdog, not to pounce on them as many a ninja would, but to give them extra support, make them feel comfortable and safe. If a child is scared, you sit with them, chat with them a bit, and stay with them for as long as they need in order for them to be able to join the group. Like a ninja, you see others' struggles, and you make every effort to help them. You have shined as a mentor to younger kids, or tiny humans, as you call them. Whether it's a young karate student, Mabel, your kindergarten buddy and friend, or Sally, your neighbor and friend, you treat younger kids with respect and love and enable them to let their own voices come through. Your brother Charles, who will be standing here in just a few years, is someone that you also love and mentor. Really? When you're not incredibly annoying to each other, Daddy and I have caught the two of you actually having fun together, sharing interests, and we watch you showing him the ropes about school, karate, Hunger Games, apps, and so much more. Some know you as brave. You claim to have a fear of heights, but have spent more time than anyone I know climbing the high ropes to get to the top zip line at sleepaway camp. These photos they send of you, this dot in the sky, make me cringe. We all know you as kind. Tonight you wanted the celebration to represent your favorite place on this planet, Catalina Island, where you have been spending the last 3 summers. While the island and the camp hold a special place in your heart, you have dedicated so much time and effort to supporting Camp Del Corazon, held at the same site as your camp, and wanted to spend part of this evening supporting kids with heart disease. This camp allows kids with heart disease to spend a normal week in a beautiful place, away from hospitals, doctor's appointments, and parents. For over a year, you've been supporting this camp, raising money by creating and selling keychains, and with the support of your classmates, friends, and neighbors, creating 100 hand-decorated T-shirts, which you were given to last year's campers. Tonight, when we're all celebrating, you want to honor those campers, and you've asked that your guests join in your effort. You will bring the hats that we decorate tonight to the camp in person this summer, and we'll get to spend some time with these brave kids on Camp Del Corazon. Even at your own bat mitzvah, you teach us that it's not just about swag bags, it's about giving. I promised I wouldn't embarrass you, Alessandra, and I'm trying to keep my promise. How am I doing? One thing that I do love most about you is how you see the world. Your photography and poetry have stunned me with your sense of perspective. It's about composition, Mom, you've taught me, not just the subject. You are an amazing light. You bring joy, creativity, and passion to all that you do and to all who you know. We love you more than words can say and are so excited to see what you will continue to bring to this world.
Now you're in trouble. Well, as you know, it's always hard to follow your mother, but here I am, not a Shapiro, and I'll try. You made it. What a journey, right? So, in preparing this talk, you asked me for several things. 1, no embarrassing comments. Check. 2, no tears. Check. 3, no corny jokes. Okay, check. 4, don't give another boring, long lecture. Well, I'll try. What a journey. Your journey, Alessandra, actually began a long time ago in the land far, far away. 60 years ago, my father, your grandpa Maurice, in the mid-portion of his life's journey, hesitantly but courageously convinced my mother, your grandma Lena, their 2 young kids, and his entire extended family, that Egypt, our ancestral home, was no longer a safe haven. Grandpa Maurice convinced his family, countless others, to literally pack 1 to 2 suitcases per family, leave home and friends behind. 60 years ago, your family literally relived the story of Passover that we just talked about 2 weeks ago. We went on a journey. 60 years ago, your grandpa Maurice's brother Michel, who lived in the fabled land of Great Neck, New York, on Skank Avenue, not far from where your mother grew up, whose son Eli is here tonight to celebrate with us, sponsored our family to come to America, to New York City, and to start a new life. Shortly thereafter, your great aunt Juliette, her husband Ernest Cohen, their kids Camille and Albert, who's also here tonight to celebrate with us, left Paris to also come to New York and to start a new journey. Many of these people are gone now, but here you are. Who knew? What a journey. So my first wish for you, my dear Alessandra, is that their past journey will make your future journey smooth and easy. Your mother talked about the Torah reading, how excited you were to learn about those sacrificial goats, the creepy things that grown-ups can't do. And Azazel, whoever that is, you were not very interested. But I do know that you and Charles got a little more interested when I told you that this inspired George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. You know the part where Aaron's kids get killed? That's how they got the idea for the Ark of the Covenant in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now you're talking, right? Well, you've nailed it, and you've done it so well. And I remember when we talked with Rabbi Feinstein about this afternoon, he said, we can't talk about your accomplishments. Who needs another bar bat mitzvah with soccer trophies, baseball trophies? And I agree. But wait, can I talk about something important like a first-degree black belt in karate? That's important. So, Alessandra, you are really a fabulous teacher, as Mom said. And my next wish for you is for you to continue to grow and be a wonderful teacher to me and to others. Well, you've taught me certainly a lot about love. You've taught me a lot about patience, as in, don't worry, Dad, I'll look up and stop texting now and again. And as some of the people here know, for me, patience is a very hard lesson for me to learn, and a long time in coming. You've also taught me a lot about grit before that word got so popular, and courage. You have more grit in you than any sandpaper I've ever used. Remember when you thought about quitting karate and you stuck through it, and 5 years later you got that black belt that we can't talk about, and you rode the zip lines in camp despite having a fear of heights? Grit and courage, great lessons that you've taught me by example. You've also shown me what a big, big heart you have. Incredible generosity. Your generosity prompted you to grow your long, beautiful hair that thankfully you got from your mother. And then you cut that hair and you donated it to make wigs for kids who were bald from the chemotherapy they got to cure their cancers. Generosity. It's the same generosity that prompts you to make things and sell them to support Camp del Corazon, where kids with heart defects, heart surgeries, and scars go to be amongst kids like themselves and feel normal. That's big heart. So I can't talk about your accomplishments, but I certainly can talk about how much you've taught me about love, grit, courage, patience, and incredible generosity. Lessons from which I'm very grateful. And my next wish is that you continue sharing those gifts with me in the world, because those gifts are very important to share with a world that's desperate for those lessons. What else do I wish for you? Well, time's running out, and I know there's a party someplace tonight. So, as we say in surgery, TNTC, too numerous to count, too many things to count for. But what I wish for you is what every parent in this room and all around the world wishes for their children, that the Lord deals well with you. And the rabbi and the cantor said it, but I'll say it again because you can't say it too much. It's in the words of our collective memory, the Torah. It's in the words of all of our ancestors, no matter where their journeys took them. It's in the words, sacred words of Aaron the priest that figured so promptly in your Torah portion today. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yo'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. And may the Lord turn his face to you and always grant you peace. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yosem lecha shalom.
Friends, we're going to turn to Aleinu, page 282, and invite all who are able to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
We turn to our memorial prayer, friends, page 294. The Shabbat, we especially mark the memories of Lena Abemayor and Maurice Abemayor. Zichronam Livracha. May each of their memories be recalled as a blessing as we offer these words of holiness together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam le'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are saddened among us, here and wherever they may be. And we say together, Amen. Friends, give us just a minute. We're going to conclude with our Havdalah ceremony and invite all of the Shapiro Abemayors to join us down below.
Perfect, honey.
Ready to strike. Okay, I'll give it to you in a second. Ready? Come on, hold. Okay, you're good. Okay, done. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen,
borei peri hagafen, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la.
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei Abemayor ben kodesh lechol, chatoteinu yimchol. Zara'inu v'chaspenu yarbe kachol, v'akovim balayla.
Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov. A good week, a week of peace. Make gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. Make gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. Make gladness reign and joy increase.
We're going to invite up her friends.
In a minute. But first we're going to invite Allie to offer a little blessing because we're about to celebrate. And so we're going to do Kiddush and Motzi here so we can just go and have our wonderful opportunity to enjoy each other's company and celebrate this great day with joy. Last night, Alessandra, you received a Tanakh from our synagogue and a pair of candle holders and this Kiddush cup, which we're going to invite you to utilize right now as you lead us in the Kiddush. Baruch.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen. That's right. Absolutely. Very important. And if you lead us in Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lehen min haaretz.
Amen. And now we're going to invite all the religious school classmates up for one day. We hope this day comes when the world is a better place.
Oseh shalom. May the one who makes peace.
We're making peace. That's also good. We like peace. So join us, friends. You get to learn a little Jewish hand motion here. May the one who brings peace bring peace down. Bring peace down. Join us.
You guys ready?
Come on, let's spread out a little bit.
Oseh shalom.
Bimrama.
I can't hear you.
Got some Hebrew in there, Big Papa.
Oseh shalom.
Good to see the text too, you know.
Bimrama. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu.
Chad, Shtayim, Shalosh, Arba.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Let me hear you
Bimrama. Oseh shalom. Bimrama. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. I want to thank Susan Rosenstein, who's been at our piano this evening, for her beautiful gift of music. And to all of you, may the world come where we don't have kids with scars, where we don't need camps that help children with doctors and nurses. May that Messianic age come, friends, and let's help it happen by not taking the words and leaving them in the sanctuary, but by bringing peace outside with us to our homes and our schools and our communities to make this world a better place indeed. Adonai oz la'amo yitein, Adonai yevarechet amo v'shalom. Give us strength, O God, in this quest, and help us all to bring peace. Amen. Shavua tov, mazel tov. Oh.